I can't win, huh, Nihilanth? Well, I am going to win. Hey guys, I'm Big Mac Davis here, and welcome back to some more Black Mesa for the PC, played through Steam, on the hard difficulty setting. And today, we are in for one heck of a boss battle. This is Chapter 16, Gonarch's Lair. We are going to hunt down and kill the mother of all headcrabs. So let's go ahead and try and do that. Wow, this area is gorgeous, but why are there so many spider webs, I wonder? Makes you wonder, huh? Now, if you need rocket launchers and rockets, make sure to grab them from here, because once you jump off this waterfall, there's no going back up. The ground is shaking. And we have some supplies. Why do they give us so many rockets? Now, we investigate this teleporter device. This will take us to the Nihilanth. So, he is the final boss of this game, so let's go ahead and activate this teleporter then, shall we? But it will not turn on. We have to turn on other crystals to power on this device. So, let's face the crystal and turn to the right. And we see this cable that we can trace. And it goes across a chasm. The game gives us a hint. Activate long jump. Double tap quickly while using directional keys. The crystal touches the cable and turns on the cable. So let's jump back over and trace the cable back to the teleporter device. And we see that this arm is turned on. So we'll face the crystal and turn left and follow this cable and activate that crystal over there. And as we do so, we get another hint saying double tap quickly while holding back key, and we have some more supplies to grab. Now, on our way back to the teleporter device, we'll turn to the left and follow the very last cable that we need to turn on. It's a very long cable as it goes around this very large pillar. Lots of spider webs. The game gives us one last hint. Double tap quickly while holding strafe key will long jump sideways. We will not follow the cable back. We will continue going around the large pillar. And we come to a gigantic wall of spider webs that we cannot get through just yet. So we are trapped inside of this large area. So, the teleporter is now ready, but the Earth is shaking. Well, not the Earth, but the Zen asteroid we're on is shaking. Somebody doesn't want us to activate this thing. But you know what? Let's do it anyways, with our glue-on gun ready. Are we ready for some action? Run. Just run until you get to this small pillar with the archway. And hide. Hide from the evil Gonarch and her, large ball sack. Now she launches little tiny baby headcrabs at you from her ball sack. And you want to avoid them as well. Now, Gonarch is large and very fast. And you want to keep the pillar between you and her. Wow, she is just all over me today. Now, she'll launch this green orb that will explode into a toxic gas, so you want to stay away from that as well. And she'll shoot white stuff at you. How does that work with a female? Well, if you have a ball sack, I guess anything is possible. Now, once you run out of glue-on ammo, that's it. You're not getting any more in this area. So I just use rockets on her. You can use other weapons as well. Shit, I missed. If you miss, it won't stop her in her tracks. I'm surprised I didn't take any damage from that. I should have, though. Yeah, don't stop like I did. You'll get nibbled by the little headcrabs. I just wanted to see where she was. The idea when she comes around the pillar at you, you do not want to miss her. Look at all the baby headcrabs accumulated. They usually end up dying. Oh boy, I'm gonna die not from Gonarch, but from her attacks, but from her secondary attacks. You know what I mean. Also, an attack by her is she loves to launch stone logs at you. Oh, I tried to lead that over, but I couldn't. She tried shooting white stuff, but she got it on herself. Oh gosh. Oh, she's angry. I'm sorry for making that joke. Please don't get me. Yeah, I'm telling the game to not get me, right? How's that gonna work? I like when people say that, like, don't get me, stop killing me. It's like, well, that's what the game's trying to do. What the heck? What's she doing? I'm scared. At least I got some more armor. Yeah, just keep going around until you win, I guess. Don't get hung up, though, like I almost did. Whoa, she doubled back on me. She should be pretty close to actually losing this fight, I should say. And when that happens, she won't die. Oh no, this boss fight is not that easy. Oh, there she goes. She ran away. Oh my goodness gracious. And she actually ran away from me and she busted through these spider webs. Now, I would follow her, but look at me. I am beat up. I need some supplies before I go follow her. I don't know half the things I said when I was fighting her because I was so busy. I was in my zone trying to concentrate, but inevitably, it's a very difficult fight. I will congratulate Crowbar Collective at making this boss fight one of the toughest fights. Let's not fall down now. One of the toughest boss fights in gaming. I mean, not in all of gaming, but it's definitely tough. And this boss fight isn't even done yet. We still got more of her to see. And yeah, Gonarch did destroy this teleporter, so we can't go fight the Nihilinth right now. We must go on foot. I think those are all the supplies you're going to be able to get. The rest of the supplies are just basically rockets. Now, just a brief recap here, so I can try and explain things better now that the fight is over with and I can concentrate. I use this small pillar right here and not this, the larger pillar back there. With the archway, I use this. The idea with this is you want to keep Gonarch between you and the pillar. Now she will come around either side of the pillar and try and get you, in which case you are going to need to reposition yourself so that you're hiding from her. And while you're doing that, while you're going from position to position, you want to be firing your weapons at her. One of the things that is really nice about Gonarch is that as she's chasing you and she's about ready to get you, launch a rocket at her ballsack. More often than not, she'll stop in her tracks and you'll be able to escape. Another tactic you can use is stay around the edges of the pillar like this, without getting hung up on this debris and rocks and stuff. Because sometimes Gonarch herself will run along here and hit the debris, and she'll actually fall over, and she'll get stopped in her tracks, allowing you to escape. There are several different ways that I've seen people handle this. I've seen 2 or 3 videos of people handling Gonarch, a lot of them in different ways. I've seen one person actually fight over here, near this teleporter in this wide open area. I have tried doing that in practice runs, but I end up dying very quickly. This boss fight does require you to press a lot of buttons simultaneously, so if you're not good at that, like I'm not, I suck at doing that, you're going to have a tough time. Like me, I have about 5 or 6 outtakes of this boss. Gonarch's Lair officially starts here, but I like to think it started back there, because we get to fight Gonarch for her Phase 1. And now, we'll fall down through the webs into the next section. And we land in this cave system. Now inside the water there are no items and no enemies, but on the land is where we want to go. It has an armor battery, and a first aid kit if we need it. And look! There's a skull! What is this, like the canal area of Half-Life 2? Where someone or something has been placing human skulls throughout the canals? And there's also some machine gun bullets here if you need them. And now we're introduced to 2 new systems that are introduced in Black Mesa. The first of which is this plant, which is emitting some sort of a gas. And if you shoot the plant, it will ignite. We must keep this in mind later for when they will be used. And we also see a green circle with an X with some explosives attached to the walls. So we'll trace the wire until we get to this plunger. So let's see what it does. It's kind of a cool system to blow up the walls. I mean, who doesn't like blowing stuff up? Gonarch has not forgotten about us, and we have not forgotten about Gonarch. Now, if you wait here long enough, there will be a couple of headcrabs that will come for you. We'll also shoot the plant as we get closer to it. Well, I guess 3 headcrabs will come for you. Now, we notice some fuel on the ground, so if you shoot the plant, it will ignite the fuel. You can also, if you're quick enough, get the 3 headcrabs caught in the fuel and in the fire. Oh, Gonarch! Oh my goodness gracious. Now in this next cave system, there are a couple of headcrabs on the right side, so let's go to the right side. We have some shotgun ammo if we so need it, which I do. And speaking of, we'll use the shotgun against a couple of headcrabs. Here we have the Tau cannon. Now I thought this gun was a prototype, and there was only one of it, but I guess there are multiples of it. And yeah, we can't use this teleporter to escape this wretched place. We must explore Zen even further. And yeah, just because I want to, we'll just ignite that particular plant. It serves no purpose. But this one over here, it serves a purpose. We're blocked by the spider web wall. But if we shoot the plant, it will ignite the fuel and the spider web wall. So let's go through. I will never get tired of seeing that wall burn away. And yeah, basically to get through the fire, if the passageway is confined, just crouch under the flame. Yes, Gonarch, I see you over there. We will see each other again, baby. Don't worry. So again, just crouch under the flame and you should be able to make it without taking damage. Now if you need rockets, you can get some from this capsule. Now, we're going to be meeting Gonarch again, but as far as I know, she is invincible, which means, basically, we need to run from her attacks. So let's go ahead and do that. All she'll do is launch these green orbs, so we'll run to the right first. And you can just walk, literally just walk, because her green orbs, she doesn't lead her attacks. We'll use the plunger. And that will blow open a hole. And we can walk the other direction. Now, yes, like I said, you can just walk your way. She does not lead her shots. As long as you don't double back, you should be fine. Now on this webbing, we can try and kill a barnacle or two. There are 4 barnacles, and will eventually drop down below. Now there are 3 more barnacles up above that are alive, and if you want all the kills like I do, you will kill them all. And that's it. I don't see any more tongues hanging down, so they're all dead. So we're free to jump the gap. Now this is not the last time we'll see Gonarch. Take care of that headcrab. Yeah, we'll be seeing Gonarch a little further on. In fact, many times. Now, this is a large cave area. Our ultimate goal is to get up above into this cave. Now, if we edge our way to the edge over here and look up, we see a couple of barnacles that we could snipe off. I know it's very dark to see. I would recommend taking care of them from here, because these 2 barnacles are actually in a passageway where Gonarch can be able to hit you easily. So we'll jump to the blue crystals. And we'll make a pit stop at the HEV crystal recharger, which is very nice to have, because we're going to be facing Gonarch again. So we'll just run to the left, or walk, whatever, and shoot the plant that's next to the spiderweb wall. And then when the wall burns away, you can get through. Just basically time your way through her green orb attack. It is her only attack. And see, there's the 2 barnacles that we killed earlier. That way, we don't have to deal with her shooting her green orbs again. Now, there is an HEV zombie and a barnacle. Now this is kind of neat, a first aid station attached to a battery. Which, I guess, makes sense. The first aid station does require power. And so, we'll move on. Now again, she is slow with her attacks, allowing you to jump the gap to the rock. Now I think when you jump onto this rock island in the center of the sky, it will start to lower. I'm not sure about that. I never tested it, so... and I don't want to test it. So, just be quick about it. Oh, Gonarch! Baby! You can't make it through here? Okay. We'll end up seeing her later on. There are 2 bull squids in the upcoming cave. I think they're both on the right side. Yep, there's the second one. And he's dead. Now don't miss the antechamber on the left side. Especially for the ammo canister with some items. Whoa. That headcrab is usually further along this tunnel, but... whoa. Whoa! 3 headcrabs? This is the first time I've ever seen 3 of them. There's usually only 1. Alright, well, more kills for me. Also, don't miss the area on the right side that has some glue-on ammo, or Tau cannon ammo. Now, in this next cave system, there are 3 bull squids. When you kill the first one, the second one will see it and charge you. When you kill him, the third one will also charge you. The 3 easiest kills ever. Hey, no. No lovey-dovey. We'll use the healing pool, and we'll also use the HEV crystal charger. Now, in the next cave, there's going to be 2 bull squids, one to the right and one to the left. And once both bull squids are dead, the other enemies are just static enemies, so you can just take your time with them. Now, you come to a pit, and in this pit, there are 2 headcrabs. And if you peek over into the pit, the headcrabs will leap at you and bite you. So what I do is I just toss a satchel down below. Headcrab chunks go everywhere. Oh yes. Headcrab chunks, the breakfast of champions. And now we come to this area. The idea is you want to jump down, and when you do that, Gonarch will be up above, and she will give birth, literally, to a bunch of baby headcrabs that will just chase you around. And when you jump down there, a timer will start automatically that will eventually blow up this wall. You do not want to be anywhere near the wall when it blows up. You will take immense damage and/or you will die. Also, when the explosive does happen, it will blow up this HEV guy, making his HEV battery also blow up. So, if you need it, grab it early before they blow up. Yep, she just gave birth to a bunch of baby headcrabs. So we'll just circle around for, I'd say, about 20 seconds. We can even double back a little bit if we want. But eventually, you're going to want to not be anywhere near this wall. Stay on this half of the chamber. And just run back and forth. Yes, you will get nibbled like there's no tomorrow. But if you already used the healing pool and the HEV crystals from before, you should be good. Now once the wall does blow up, these little baby headcrabs are now on their own little timer, and they will eventually just die off. You could shoot them, but I like watching them die off. I mean, they literally look like chickens. Like defeathered whole chickens. And yeah, see, the HEV guy is completely destroyed. There's no trace of him left, but we'll move on. Oh, Gonarch. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, don't worry, there is a refill on health and armor coming up, like this health pack. And now comes the part where Gonarch is absolutely angry, and she'll come from the right side and chase you, which means we need to run to the left as fast as humanly possible and use the double jump to get by her quickly. Now, let's do a little recap of what I just did there. So basically, when you run into this cave, starting about right here, she will not come for you anymore. However, you'll have a bunch of Hound Eyes and Sonic the Bulldog to deal with. So I just used the glue-on gun on them. And do not miss on the left side. This is very nice to have. A refill of your HEV suit. Now, I died in this area. You have to have a measure of timing and skill. Gonarch will come from these crystals, but she will only do that when you activate this plunger to blow up the crystals. Now here's the thing. The explosions on the crystals is very powerful, so if you're anywhere near them, they will damage you. But you also need to hurry up because Gonarch will be chasing you. It's a fine balance. So we'll jump. And there we go. It's a little bit better timing. Now she's chasing you through the crystal hallway. And there, I made it. And this is as far as she can go. I actually died. I think I had like 100. And she hit me, and she killed me in one hit. It is a one-hit kill with that giant headcrab. Now don't worry, Gonarch will not be coming for you right now. Our goal is to blow up these crystals. So let's trace the wire, and it goes all the way to the very top up there. Here she comes again. Now don't worry, she will not come up here with you, but she will launch her orbs at you, so we'll leap across. I like just teasing her a little bit. Ha ha ha. Looks like a giant crab. Whoa! Okay, lesson learned. I guess she can launch her green orbs. I didn't know she could do that from down there. Yeah, give me that morphine. Morphine administered. Gordon loves that morphine. We'll activate the plunger. And now watch. Oh no! The crystals fell onto poor Gonarch, and there she goes. Now, there's an HEV guy with a battery, but if you walk on him, you can't get it. What you have to do is go to the side of him, and you should be able to get it. So we'll carefully walk along the crystal bridge, as it were. And now we come... Oh my goodness, this is a dark and evil place. I love the aesthetics of this. Now, basically, before you do anything, literally, you want to kill this barnacle right there. If you don't do that, your life is going to be very miserable. We'll use the healing pool. So basically, the idea with this large chamber is the spiky areas over there, they do damage. They will hurt you. The water is very poisonous, and if you touch the water, you will start hurting. And the lily pads also sink after a certain time. So you just want to quickly time your way across. Don't go over there, but go to the right side. You'll eventually reach this rocky area, if you do it right. And look, somebody already went down below. So let's jump in after them to the next section. And there goes Gonarch. She's waiting for us over there. Yes, I see you, girl. I'll see you soon. You know, the thing about Gordon Freeman and Gonarch is, you know, they secretly love each other. I mean, can't you see it? Or is it not that, apparent? I mean, just look at that. Gonarch blocked Gordon's passage to her. It's basically, in a relationship, she's saying, don't talk to me. Okay, anyway, let's get refilled with the HEV crystals and the healing pool, which I definitely need the crystals. And this never gets old. I love it. That's a poor soul. He got trapped in the web. Now, they give us satchels, grenades, and machine gun grenades here for a reason. We are going to use them in a little bit. Now, what I do here, Gonarch will give birth to some of the baby headcrabs through the little slit in the wall here, and I just use these crystals to hide behind. Some of them will still come through, but I find that, see, they overshoot most of the time. Sometimes not, but, well, unless they bite you through the crystals. Wow. There, he died. Once they're, when Gonarch gives birth, they, are on a timer to, basically die. Now, watch out for a couple of normal-sized headcrabs around here. But once they're dead, now is the time where the satchels are going to come in handy. Now, you can use grenades and SMG grenades, but I like the good old-fashioned satchel for the rock slide coming up. Because there's, I don't know how many headcrabs, quite a few. And even then, some might survive the initial explosion. There's at least a dozen headcrabs here, and most of them died. Now when Gonarch does this, a couple more headcrabs will show up. So we'll just deal with them as that happens. Now when you come across these viney bridge, this is your cue to get out your satchels once again. Because on the right side, there's going to be another gigantic nest of headcrabs. Normal-sized headcrabs that are now reduced to chunks. Man, Gonarch does not want to talk to me, but yet she is stalking me. Oh boy. I guess they already went up. There was a bunch of headcrabs on these vines, on the other side of the vines, that climbed their way up. Now, Gonarch will give birth to more headcrabs, baby headcrabs, through that little hole in the ceiling. So what I do is I literally just run away. And basically, a couple might follow you down the passageway. In that case, just shoot them, or just wait for their timer to run out. But eventually their timer will run out, and you'll be able to go back to that hole in the ceiling. See? They're dead. Now this area, we can make a pit stop and get some much needed supplies. We just have to shoot the spider webs open, or crowbar whack them. But I like shooting them. Shotgun shells and machine gun bullets as well. You see Gonarch, she's like, fine. And she just storms off. That's awesome. I love the little details in this game, like with Gonarch, storming off in a huff. And like I said, this never gets old, the fire. Wait till the left fire extinguishes before going through, otherwise you will get burned. Now here, we notice some out-of-place rocks in this wall. This is your cover from Gonarch. Now through here, we just want to race through, and this is another chase scene. Just shoot the webs as you get to them. When you get to this canister, you're safe. But immediately shoot the plant up ahead to cause a fire, to kill off all the headcrabs, or at least most of them. Hey, that's not fair. But see, Gonarch can't chase you any further than this canister, so you're safe. There is always a headcrab that gets stuck behind the plant, so I would go over there, but there's no way past this fire. It will get you even if you go on this side of it. So, the fire also destroyed the webbing that was right here, so we'll go through. Man, Gonarch is everywhere. Or are there multiple Gonarchs? No, there's just one. But we'll shoot the plant and let it burn the webbing in the floor. Now in this water there are some shotgun shells, 2 boxes of shotgun shells, and also a med pack underneath the rocks in the water. So we'll grab all the supplies that we need. And now we're introduced to kind of a new concept here, just in this section though. The melons will actually raise the water level up. I like to stay under the water, because the blast can hurt sometimes. See? Once you destroy the melons, the water level will rise up. You don't have to shoot all of them. I do it anyway just because I want to. Just one melon will be able to raise the water level up. Now this is kind of a fun little area. you notice that the ground is completely soaked in fuel, which means we need to run back to the water when we shoot the plant. Otherwise, we will die. And it's not a matter of actually taking damage from the flame, it's an instant kill. Now, there are a few headcrabs down below, but the vast majority of them are going to be up in this cave. So I like to use a regular grenade in the cave. I love that. Chunks everywhere. Don't drop down just yet. That is, unless you don't want the healing pool. And now we'll drop down. And here we go again. Our main objective in this area is going to be raising the water level quite a few times, actually using many melons to do so. And these plants are back. Luckily there's not that many of them. But once all three are dead, you can surface. And as we see, the water level needs to be raised pretty much up to the ceiling up there. So we gotta do this multiple times. Your first melon that you can shoot is going to be behind the spider webs here. Now again, you just have to shoot one melon, not both of them. The water level has now raised up to the next level, but there are going to be 6 plants that we can optionally crowbar to death, and you know me, I like to kill all the enemies. So let's carefully, because I don't want to get sucked up into their tentacle, or their tongue rather. So there's 3 of them, and the other 3 are where we need to go, over into this cave system. And so, let's go inside the cave. Now, again, there are some more melons that we can shoot to raise the water level. But we can't surface here because of the webbing, so we must go back to get some oxygen. And we want to go back anyways because the water level has now raised up, allowing us now access to the next level, the next cave. Just shoot through the webs and shoot the melons. That will kill the majority of the headcrabs that were on the webbing here, but there's still going to be a whole nest of them in the cave beyond. So, because I like to get all the kills, we'll just grenade them to death. And then just don't jump through yet, these melons didn't explode. There we go. Now the water level has raised up again. So we'll jump through the now broken webbing. And we'll swim out to the main area yet again, because the water level has raised up again, allowing us access to the next cave. You guessed it, guys. You're getting good at this. We'll take the right path first, but we can't go up any further than this, so we'll take the left path, because the oil is slippery. Now we'll jump down here. Now, this needs to be done rather quickly, but not when you kill the barnacle. This next thing needs to be done very quickly. When you shoot the plant up here to burn off the webbing, a bunch of headcrabs are going to fall down out of the webbing. And when that happens, you want to shoot the melons. That way the rocks will come and kill the headcrabs. Here they come. Now get out your crossbow, because what spawned down below is something horrific. I like to use this little cave back here as my hold point. And he's dead. The creature has been destroyed, the ichthyosaur. But yeah, I like to use the cave back there as my hold point. Usually, I've only had it happen once in several practice runs. The ichthyosaur will not go inside that cave. So, there's always one headcrab that stays up there. Always. So I always kill him, because no one can survive. No one survives Gordon Freeman. Not even the pillows. Oh boy, this next section. For those of you who have played Black Mesa before, or have already played this section and are watching this video because you want a solution for the next area, you know what's coming up next. And it is not easy. But hopefully some of the tricks and tactics that I will show you will help. But first, we have another chase with Gonarch. So let's hide in this little crevice. She can't get in with you. And you can shoot the plant to scare her away. But she's only scared away temporarily, so let's run down the passageways. Normally the fire will not get you. And if you beat the fire to the spider webs, just shoot them open. But she is chasing you now. So you gotta be quick. Oh my gosh. I'm getting hung up on the wall. Or on the debris, rather. I can't jump. Oh my gosh, that's not good. Okay, here we go. And welcome to the Phase 2 boss fight, everybody. So, basically, the rule of thumb that I use is I use the couple of pillars around here as my hold point from her. And I empty out the glue-on gun on her first. That white stuff that she shoots is very toxic. See, if you use the pillars, she can't do, like, Gonarch can't do really tight turns very well. So, when you can do the tight turns, she'll basically stop in her tracks. Now, when you run out of glue-on ammo, I just use the rockets on her, but you're going to want to be careful. I've died here several times because I was an idiot and launched rockets into the into her and possibly into the pillars as well. The idea with this is you want to be constantly moving. You see how she fell down there? She crashed herself into the wall. That's a golden opportunity to lay into her. Refill on rockets there. Whoa, what in the world was that? I got hit by something. Maybe it was one of those green orbs. See, she got disoriented there for a bit. Oh, whoa. I am totally gonna die here. She got me fair and square. I wasn't next to the pillar. Okay, well at least I got some more armor, batteries, and some health. See, I'm not hugging the pillar tight enough. I'm more concerned about shooting her than I am about actually dodging her, and that's not what you want to do. It would help if I didn't miss either. But you can see how she can't do the tight turns very well. Oh, I got hung up on a log. That's what was keeping me. Oh, wow, she almost got me there. And when she goes in the middle like this, she's done with phase 1. Welcome to phase 2, everybody, of phase 2. So basically, this is a lot easier than the previous phase up above was. The rule of thumb, basically, is you just want to do a circle strafe around this entire area. And yeah, as you see, her green orbs actually stay on the ground longer. They're very poisonous. So you just want to jump over them or through them. Oh boy, wow. She normally doesn't get this this far up into the chamber, but this time she did. So I ran out of ammo for the rocket launcher, so we need to find the canister. Grab some more rockets. I mean, the crossbow does work nice, but I can't find a spot to shoot her. She's always on my tail. So yeah, just use a circle strafe around the perimeter of the entire room until she goes into her next phase, as it were. Yeah, as you see, this is not a glitch. It looks like she's stuck, but she's not. She's in desperate fighting mode right now. She's sending out an infinite number of these green orbs, and she's just going to keep doing that until you either lose or you get her. And by get her, I mean make her so pissed off that she goes to the next section. Yeah, you don't kill her yet. I mean, man, she can take a lot of punishment. That was a risk. I probably shouldn't have done that. That jump and then shoot right away tactic. And there she goes. Hey, stupid baby headcrabs. I think those guys got me last time in an outtake. Man, I don't like... I really don't like these sections. This whole section of Black Mesa is probably just going to be edited to death because I died so many times. Okay. We'll just follow the cave system down until we get to the next section of Gonarch's Lair. Actually, guys, that was the end of Gonarch's Lair. I actually thought, in my brain somehow, I thought there was another fight that was going to happen, but I guess I was wrong. Either that or I'm thinking back to maybe the beta days of Black Mesa where there was a third phase fight. I could be wrong about that, though. I don't know, but somehow I thought there was more to Gonarch's Lair, but that was it. Gonarch's Lair is done once you go down that cave system. Gonarch is dead. We just killed her. That's why she was going into the desperate fighting mode, because she was close to death, and we won. So, next time, I will see you in the next chapter of Black Mesa, basically, which is Chapter 17, Interloper. If you guys remember from my original Half-Life walkthrough, you know I didn't like that chapter very much. I have not played Interloper very much here in Black Mesa, so I can't remember a whole lot if I enjoyed this or not, but I guess we'll find out next time. So, until I see you guys again in Chapter 17, Interloper, I'm Big Mac Davis, and I will see you when I see you guys in that video. So, take care, everybody.